How's it going? Long time since I've done a little video. Today's one is quite, how could I say, meaningful to me because it's a reflection of now. And it's a reflection that I can only really, how could I say, it's become apparent to me after I've just got off the phone to one of my boys and I was just telling them about some stuff I've realized regarding my pursuit of money, wanting money as a self-employed person, and how my focus has actually shifted from actually wanting money. So I'll give you a little example, and this will give you like a little roadmap, a little journey of what it's like to be self-employed. I'm still very much in the early stages, but this is what I've come to realize so far. So please stick with me because this is going to be very insightful. So first things first, you get into self-employment. It's the most scariest thing ever because you need to create a new version of yourself that is just very different from what you've been so accustomed to. Like that version of yourself of being an employee for someone else is very different from when you work for yourself. So that's a whole story. I don't think it's necessary to get into the whole thing, but you kind of just know that when you're self-employed and you're unemployed, it's so different because self-employment, you literally have to manage everything. You know, when you work for a company, you don't have to worry about, you know, operations or HR or this or that because they have a team. Now, when you're self-employed, you don't have a team. You dealing with the marketing, the sales, the operations, finance, all of that stuff. Now, going on to the actual phase of being self-employed, you want money. I, as a PT, came into the gym and I wanted money. I didn't really focus on so much how I can help people. I was just like, oh my God, I've got no money. I need money. I need to get clients. So I was just kind of doing anything I could to try and get money. So you have that phase, right? Then you have the phase which I feel like I'm experiencing now, where I'm probably showing up in my genuine self. People are seeing that I'm training clients. Maybe one, two, three things are picking up. And because I am truly connected with what I believe when it comes to training, mindset, looking after your body, mobility, movement, and strength. That's so evident in when I'm actually training the client in the present moment. Outside of that, of course, I'm like, oh, money, money, money. However, clients are seeing that and I'm attracting clients and I'm now creating more of a system. I want to appear more professional. So maybe I might purchase a little domain. I might enhance my service by maybe investing into some automation over there or this or that. And of course, with that comes more responsibility. You're getting more money in because your service is a bit more efficient and more professional, but now you've got more weight, more load on your plate. So you have to deal with more things, okay? And if you're like me, it's a never ending thing, especially if you're a perfectionist, because you want to make sure everything is so like just great to the T. So it's an endless journey of like perfecting this and perfecting that. So with the stage I'm at now, it's kind of like, wow, I've actually come to realize some things. One, money really isn't everything because we sacrifice our peace of mind, relationships, our health. We neglect our environment. Right now, my house is messy. You probably can't see it, but my house is so messy. We neglect all of these things to be so immersed on this with this one thing of achieving money for the cost of all of that. You become so obsessed, so immersed in that, time goes by. People leave for different reasons, people enter for different reasons. People see parts of you and they gravitate to those parts. So maybe someone sees that, oh, Jerome's always working hard on his laptop at 8 a.m. in the gym. What they don't see is they don't see that Jerome has neglected himself at home. Jerome has a crumbling relationship. I don't have a crumbling relationship. I love my girl. I love you, babes. Anyway, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like you have to really have time for yourself. Like there's only so much this can do for you. It's not going to come to your grave unless someone throws the laptop in your grave. So, cut long story short, I wanted to say that like, protect your peace, protect your heart, have days off. Don't go all in all the time. Have days off. I get we want to build an empire. I want to build an empire, but you got to find ways to just sit, reflect. And if you really want to think of solutions, think of how can you manage your time more efficiently? How can you manage your energy more efficiently? Does that mean maybe take an alternative route instead of doing things in person, do it online? Does that mean you invest in a team? Of course, that means you're going to have to give them money and stuff, and you might have to hustle harder. So maybe reconsider that. Think of things that just give you more breathing space, okay? I'm not the guy to tell you that right now because I'm still trying to figure this shit out. But I think this is probably one of my favorite talks because, yeah. And it's one of these are those things that if it was a podcast with a group of entrepreneurs and stuff, this would bang, like I'm telling you. Like we could talk about so many different things. But other than that, my name is Jerome and I am signing out. Look out for more content on TikTok, My Muscle and Flow. Follow me on Instagram at Flow with J. I'm not tidy up my house now.